Yanko, you're so deep in learning.
Yeah, I'm still trying to finish.
Is he does he make people sure wear vest?
Okay, yes, are you ready to start? What? Are
People,
there?
we're
Boys are
ready
there?
whenever you are.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to Sounds Like Shabbos for Parshas Matos Masei, CHAZAK, Shabbos Mevorchim. Today's program is sponsored by Rabbi Yossi and Judy Simon in honor of their bar-mitzvah of their son, Yaakov Doiv. There he is on your screen. You can spotlight him. Also sponsored by the Samsonovich family, Ilu Nishmas, Rabaria, Breb Nisan, Lemberger, Olav Sholem, and by Mrs. Tzipora Edery. Lilu Nishmas, her brother Chuna Bar Reb Chaim Tzvi. I had two bits of information for you. The yard site is either Beis Adar or Zayin Adar. She's sponsoring it as well. So yes, you know, over the last 2 days, we've been learning in the Gemara about Bris Milah on Shabbos, right? And what could be done Erev Shabbos and not Erev Shabbos. It just seems to me, correct me if I'm wrong, that every time you had a simcha for one of your boys, the Shalom Zocher specifically, I remember, there was always an event, always something going on. If I remember Yisrael, there was a monsoon on the long weekend. You couldn't even get 5 guys to come to the Shalom Zocher. Am I right?
You're right. It was, Dr. Yev told me the heavens opened up that day.
And here we are again for a bar mitzvah, and once again, there's an issue. Maybe it's you. Anyway, Mazel Tov, fantastic. Now, I don't know if Shlomi...
You see the color of my hair? Maybe it is me.
Is that from the boys or from the girls? Okay, is Shlomi Feintuch on? We wanted to hear about, you know, Yossi, you and I always talk about summer in the city and how fortunate we are to get to spend Shabbosim in the city, unlike other people who get to go to Belle-Yord or Sparrow Lake or Port Carling or now in Victoria Lake. I heard, though, it's raining in Victoria Lake. I heard they haven't had a drop of sunshine. Not that I don't forget it all, but if Shlomi Feintuch's here, he can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if Shlomi is here. If Shlomi's not here, then we'll move to the next program. Every time they're supposed to come on, something happens. Do you think Mati is sabotaging the Wi-Fi? The Wi-Fi seems iffy.
Akiva?
Yes. We're gonna get
I am on. I am here.
Okay. Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem. Okay, we'll get to you in a moment.
You'll tell me when.
Okay, I will.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna start first with the boys who just arrived from Philly. Yisroel and Menachem, who are in quarantine. They're not in quarantine, right, Yossi?
Menachem is not in quarantine.
No. Menachem's not in quarantine? Okay, so Yisroel had to be? Is Yisroel?
No, it's really, he's in the spiders. We don't call it quarantine. We call it a spiders.
Okay. All right, whenever they're ready, go ahead.
Us?
Yeah, you're ready.
Oh, nothing. Okay. Ready? Go. 1, 2, 3. Ay minna me tarkarosika anani va me hamka minna me tarkarosika anani va me hamka minna me tarkarosika Anani Hamer Havka Mena Me Sarkoyosika Anani Hamer Havka Ay Hashem Lilaira Hashem Lilaira Ay Maya
Koyach, beautiful, beautiful. No, I don't know why I skipped 1 week with it. Okay, one of the things that happens with the pandemic is that we're obviously not in shul, and now Baruch Hashem, we're back in shul. But still, there's some components that don't happen in shul. And one of them is the kiddush, obviously, and also the brachas that follow with the simcha. So as you know, we're slowly making our way back to shul. We try to fill in on the program those components that we don't have, some of the social and the good wishes that happen between one person and the next. And I'd like to call upon Itcha Bergman, who not only is Mechabed Hashem Migroinoi, as we all know, but he's also the eyes and ears sometimes of the Beis HaMedrash. And he sees things that not everybody always sees. And he is, whenever he gives a bracha, it's belev molei, and it's thought through. So, Rabitcha, if you want to give a bracha to the bar mitzvah boy, we'd love to hear it.
Thank you, Akiva, for such a nice introduction. So I hope that the bar mitzvah bucha is there to give him. I'm giving him the brucha. Lechusen bar mitzvah hayukor Yankov doif. Yehi rutzoin sheta'ale b'malus ha'toyre v'hayiru l'shaimel seferes v'yirvi mimchu hoireichu im hoireichu roif naches v'tanek bruches mekeref live Yitzchok Bergman. Now to Yedidi Hayukor Rabbi Yossi Simon ein gomrim ulof es ha'halol marbet stoire barabem. Also, he is Mekayim the mitzvah v'shenamtem levanechu, which I always, when I am Shabbos and Besmedrash, I see he learns with him, with the bar mitzvah bucher, and now with the older one, which is now in the yeshiva. So Yossi, I want to wish you should have a lot of nachas from him. As an auswachsen Agudah v'Yisrael. And there is one thing which I want to say. As people know, I am Radomsk. My father, Ulef Hashulam, was a Radomsk Chusid. Now, the Teferi Shloim says, Yufe koyach haben me koyach uaf. So he says like this, you know why it's Yufe koyach haben? Because it comes me koyach uaf. So I just want to wish the bar mitzvah bucher that first he should come to the stage of koyach uaf, and male there's no limit. He should auswachsen a große Talmud Ruchem, and you should have from him a lot of naches. From you, Yedit Neimon Yitzchok Bergman.
Oh, man. Wow, thank you so much. Umein v'umein.
Thank you.
Shkoyach Rabitcha.
Burtier, Burtier. Rabbi Akiva, der Chushewe in German, was ist alles, als Rabbi Akiva, hat mir gesagt, dass ich soll wünschen in Jiddisch, aber in Luschen Koidisch. Es wünscht sich etwas anderes in Luschen Koidisch und in Jiddisch wie in Englisch. Aber ich gewünsche in whatever I could do in Luschen Koidisch. But it was Meker of life. So this is what I want to say to you, Yossi.
No question if it was Dvarim HaYotzim in Alev, the Nichnasim in Alev.
100%.
Thank you.
100%, Akiva.
Okay, we look forward to hearing the Lishmoya Larina Velatfila. It's not so far away, and we look forward to hearing it once again. Very soon.
Mir Hashem, we're going to hear from everyone, Lishmoya Larina Velatfila.
Akiva, can I offer my rebuttal to Rabbi Itch's bracha?
Of course, that's what this is for.
Like what Akiva said, wenn poilt benos bei der Eibischte zu bringen Bruche in Ashtib, mit poiltos bei der Yom Naruim, and all the years was gestanden davenen für uns, hat ausgepoilt das alles. So alt was ich habe, ich bin ach stark, mache teuf, ruggebringt Hashpus. When you're davening to the Eibishter, how could the Eibishter say no to such a yid? When you're up by the Ummah, then you tell the Eibishter, you bring Elizos to the Yidden, bring Hashpus for Yidden. The Eibishter can't tell you no.
No. No.
Stark market.
I hope, Yossi, that you are right. I hope that you are right.
Zeiste.
Yeah.
Ik was in Israël. In de Eibishter helfen is dat Peulen voor Allemen, in Einhalten Peulen voor Allemen, in Verein Spuche Oog, in zal nog kennen Allemen, hebben we Simchis zusammen.
Thank you. By the way, Yossi, I mean, I'm not taking away so much time. By the way, if it's going to be possible to come to wish you personally a Mazel Tov tomorrow, I'm Yirtzeh Hashem, I'll do my best to come to wish a Mazel Tov to you and to your wife, and especially to the Bar-mitzvah Yanky.
Wow, I'm very touched. Thank you.
And thank you again, Akiva.
You're welcome.
For doing everything. Okay.
Thank you.
I am finished.
Have a good Shabbos. Yesher koyach.
Good Shabbos. Good Shabbos. Ruf, good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, Richard.
Yeah, good Shabbos.
Something else that goes on in a bar mitzvah that we don't now unfortunately miss is to see the classmates and the rabbeim of the bar mitzvah boy. So I invited Yossi. I don't know if Rabbi Goldman or any of Yanky's friends are on, but we'd love to see them and hear them give a bracha. Do you know if Rabbi Goldman made it?
I'm looking through the phone numbers to see if I recognize Rabbi Goldman's phone number. Let's see.
If not, we'll move on with the program. I'll try to find him.
Well, let's see. So what I would ask is, Rabbi Goldman, if he's on the phone, you're not able to send a text, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if he is.
Just see if I could.
Is his last four digits 6066?
I had a 1668 for one phone number, but I know there was another phone number as well.
Okay.
It might be 6066.
It was okay. If not, we'll move on. We'll hear once again from Sameach.
Yanky, do you know what your Rabbi cell number is? The last is it 606?
No, we'll hear him. Okay, let's hear then from. We'll try to find him. We'll pick him up. We'll try to find him. Let's hear one more time from Sameach for one more song, and then we'll go into the announcements. We'll find Rabbi Goldman. Are they back?
Yeah, take it away.
Come.
Hello.
Ay 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 Farid Farid Inor Farid ay ade Mato Meidech Machayo Ay 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 Farid Farid Inor Farid ay ade Mato Meidech Machayo.
Akiva, how about we unmute everybody for 1 second and then ask Rabbi Goldman if he's there to speak
Sure.
up.
Okay. Well, people have to unmute themselves.
Could you do that on the phone?
They'll lead.
So after we unmute everybody, we'll ask if Rabbi Goldman is here, if he could unmute himself, and
Okay.
then we'll. Rabbi Goldman, if you're on the line, can you please unmute yourself and speak so we'll be able to find you?
Yossi, if you have his number, I'll gladly call him. Text me his number.
Sure.
Try to get him on the line. Okay. Not a problem. Okay, Moshe Stern, you have the announcements to make for Shabbos.
First and foremost, on behalf of the entire Medrash, I'd like to wish a heartzik and mazel tov to my Maggid Shir and numerous others, their Maggid Shir Yossi, as well as his Eshes Chayil, and of course to Yaakov Dov, the Bar-mitzvah. May he be zeichet to continue to be a source of nachas to his parents, his family, and God's Klal Yisrael. Rosh Chodesh this week will be Be'ez Hashem on Wednesday. Pirkei Avos this week is Perek Aleph. The Motiv Zan Muntig Noch Mitug 10 minutes and 15 Chalokim Noch Eins. We'd ask that you please give your undivided attention to first Shlomi Goldreich so he can call up the Bar-mitzvah Bucher, and then to the Bucher Bar-mitzvah Yanky to hear his Pshetl. Ask everybody to please put yourself on mute if you're not, so we can hear him clearly. Mazel tov.
Ya moit haboche haba-mitzvah Yaakov Dov ben Rabbi Yosef Zalman CHAZAK.
Wow.
Shlomi, I'm not sure if everybody heard that. Could you try it again? I think you were on mute. I'm kidding.
I want to see him. Is that on?
Yeah.
Is that a picture?
Esher Koyach. Okay.
Let me just see it.
Yanky, you're up.
Steht in der ersten Mishnah sagt es Makis mit den anderen Beschreibungen Shu ben Gushay ben Chalutza in Eimer Miyaseh ben Gushay ben Chalutza Tachtav Ela like Arba Oyb einer was Zakayin kim to Bezdin Yog Edis Efruven was Zakayin as ben Gushay ben Chalutza das heißt Tachalal der Eid wird Musam merken am nicht ben Gushay ben Chalutza nor kommt Malki. The Gemara fragt me Nani Mili Amar Bisha ben Levi Amar Kra Asisem like Kasher Zamam Levi Leila Zar and Rashi is Masber Oibman vet Emach and Farachalal Meles and the Kinder and Oyachalal. In their pasuk zak Asisem like they're in this when Kasher Zamam there's not if they're a Dami Malai and it Oibzan Kinder. Fragt the Gemara, live Sululu today, live Sululu Zare, Bainan, Kasher Zamam Lasa is Falaka. Fragt the Gemara, Zalman Mach in Narde Eidzamim Farachalo, the Nishzan Kinder. Everything Gemara, that also up Nishkeven, Kasher Zamam, Alarat Gavad Pasman, Saruvain, and Saruvain's Kinder, Kamanish Makaim Zain, Kasher Zamam, Metaslin, no, there Eidzamim Alai. The Rambam Paskin Tinachas Avadas Kechavim Barak Talid Halachava Binyan Yarni Dachas als Bezdin, Titan if jeder Mensch besonder. Und ob zwei jedem sagen Eidos auf ein Mensch, weil der nicht dachas, hat gedient aber der Sarah. Makim es kaltaf Nashim, so if dem Mufir Kara. Harget man nicht nur der der Sarah, nur man harget euch seine Kinder in seine Weiber. Fragt ihr es am Seifer, Leute die Rambam. Oi, die Edem, was haben mitgewöhnt, der Sarah in Ernie Dachas, Musam, kann man nicht mit keinem sein, auf sei Kasher Samam, und man kann nicht heiraten seine Kinder, zu die bleiben Leile Sarai, heiraten sei allein, können wir nicht, und das ist nicht Kasher Samam, und über sei, dann sei Pater im Ganzen, wenn Kasher Samam, pinkt da sei, Ide ben Gusha Bachaluza, kommt da Chais, als Edem mit Bene Ernie Dachas, den Edem Shiate Yachal Azimam, as an Pastel Edem.
For the rest of the Pshetl, we recorded it on the Agudah website. So now we're going to skip to the end of the Pshetl, and Yanky will just finish off the rest. So if you're not able to sleep tonight because of the difficulty, I'm sorry, if Kasha, you could log back into the Agudah channel, and then you can hear the rest of the Pshetl. And now Yanky will just finish off with the end.
Baruch Shabbat, Kimana Viliano Azman Hazeh. Ich will danken der Rebbeinu Shalom, was tit mit mir viel Chassadim und hat mir gebracht zu dem Tag von meinem Bar-mitzvah. Ich will euch zurück bedanken, all meine Chashuver Rabbeim und Reisham, Harav Borg Shlita, Harav Goldman Shlita, Harav Zoyman Shlita, was haben stark mein Nefesh gewähnt und befreit in der letzten Tekufa, paar meine Kinder und mir leinen Terra mit der Geschmack. Ich will euch bedanken, meine Chashuver Babes und Seides, und seine Messias Nefesh in gar schwere Zeiten als ein starker CHAZAK für meine Atzlacha und für der Atzlacha für meine Sprache. I'd like to express my deepest hakaras hatov to our wonderful Kehila of Agudah Yisrael for creating an environment of Kedusha, Torah, Avodah, and Gemilas Chasadim that I was able to be raised in. Led by our Chashuv Rav, soll sein gesund und stark, Ad 110 Shana, who is so warm and welcoming to all. Our Kehila has many programs that have helped me grow in Torah and mitzvahs, such as Likra Shabbos, Pirkei, Camp Agudah, led by Reb Moshe Blastin, Avi Subanim, led by Reb Michal Levine. I am also thankful to for teaching me my language, and Agudah Broadcasting Company, led by Reb Akiva Balto. I want to express a special hakaras hatov to all the people who work so hard behind the scenes, who make all these programs and our shul as a whole, the Makam Torah, Tefillah, and Achdus that it is. HaKadosh Baruch Hu once again, Kishachad Ulev Achad, bring us back to Yerushalayim B'Karev B'Yameinu.
Shkoyach, shkoyach.
Amen, shkoyach.
Shkoyach.
Shkoyach, Mazel Tov.
Shkoyach.
You want the piece? You want the piece of
Shir Amalai.
Shir
Yachel Yisrael.
Shalom, Kimane Chesed Rabbeinu, this invitation from Akala by myself.
Koila Baino Yisrael. Maske the government. Cookman base. Still Yoisai, Amaras Vila, Kaili, Ashbrook upon of Sifty, the Rossi, the Panapti, the Satable Iroka, that in Savasi, ויחזו הלך תמנו פחלי, הבית יומנו רי ואין לי מכיר, אבל מנויס ממני דורש לנפשי, זעקתי אליך אדוני, עד מחזק חלקי בארץ החיים, הקשיבו נסיק סמיועיד, הצלעי מרוי דפייק יומצו ממני, יוצאים אז גנב שלא ידיסו שמך, בי הכתירו צדיקים, יסיגמו אלוהי, אחינו כל בית ישראל,
אמר כאן מבחים עליהם, מצב וברכה. השלה גוזמן כל בנאמר אמן.
The Rav is on mute.
Whenever the Rav is ready to unmute himself and to speak, please go ahead. Go ahead. The Rav is, it's all, take it away.
Okay, thank you. So Mazel Tov Yanky, some beautiful Pshetl and Bar-mitzvah. Sorry I can't be there, but we're here, Mevorchim, that's why we have the program today. And
The Rav is back on mute.
I'm unmuted.
Yes, go ahead.
I was muted till now. Were you able to hear me?
Just heard the Rav say Mazel Tov, that's all.
Okay, Mazel Tov Yanky. Baruch Hashem on the Bar-mitzvah. I'm sorry I won't be able to be there personally tomorrow, but that's why we have this program, Erev Shabbos. So those who can't personally be there, at least they could be there by Zoom, and you zoom in wherever it is to be part of the Simcha. So Mazel Tov Yanky, Baruch Hashem, we see you growing in the Derech HaTorah of Europe, that your parents mechanech you, just like your brothers and your father, whole mishpacha. And Mazel Tov to Yanky and his wife Yanky, and Mazel Tov to the grandmothers and their whole mishpacha. We should be zeicha to see Yanky to be Baksois, to be like his name saying Yanky Fish, to be zeicha to be a tzaddik and a Talmud Chacham and Erlich Yid, and we should all have nachas from you. The minig is that the father says the Baruch Batrani, Ma'ansha Shalazeh. So the Mechaber brings down, there's a shayla if you make it with Hashem and Malchus, or you don't make it with Hashem and Malchus. Our minig is we don't say Baruch Hashem, you just say Baruch Ata Batrani Ma'ansha Shalazeh. Really, this whole bracha, like Magen Avraham asks, is a modern bracha. Which father wants to say, but we know we usually use the term Baruch Batrani when you get Patra of a Tzorah. Baruch Batrani, Baruch Menkuta Tzorah. By a son, you say Baruch Batrani. How could you say, why did the Chazal make such a bracha? You should make a bracha Baruch Batrani. Why do you make a bracha like that? And really, the Makar is Medrash and Toldois. The Medrash brings down the Chaybad and the Tapeles Benoi. Person has a chiv to be Mechanech a son until he becomes a Gadol, and he should be able to say Vayigdal Anar, Vayigdal Norim. He should be able to say Baruch Batrani. So it's a Medrash. Medrash says that you should be Megadol your son. You should say Baruch Batrani. So what does Baruch Batrani mean? Baruch Batrani means that Baruch Hashem, the Rebbeinu Shem helped our Zoichet to have such a Choshev son. Chochem b'ni yismach libi gam ani, Shlomo Melech says. That if my son is a Chochem, I become besimcha also. This is the bracha Baruch Batrani. When a father says Baruch Batrani, the Rebbeinu Shem shkoyach that you are able to help me to be mechanech my son. You're giving a shkoyach to the Rebbeinu Shalom, the Baruch that I'm going to be parted from the Einish because I did what I had to. And you thank the Rebbeinu Shalom, and really so say you thank the Rebbeinu Shalom that I had the schus to be mechanech my son, that I'll be potter, that I know for sure we won't see any anshim from him. We'll know for sure. Yossi could get up and say this bracha. Baruch Hashem, the way he's Megadol Yanky, we see the way he's growing the whole time, his ehrlichkeit and tmimiskait, amidas toivus shines, that he could get up. So why don't you say Shem and Malchus? Because not everyone could get and say it with Shem and Malchus. To really say Shem and Malchus means that you really take you could thank the Rebbeinu Shalom. Yossi really could say it with Shem and Malchus, but since the Klal Yisrael, we don't say it, Shalai Levayish, so we say it, we make the bracha, but the bracha, Baruch Hashem, by Yossi and his wife and the Mishpacha, could really say, Baruch Hashem Yanky, Shpetrani. I know that he's going to vaksois at CHAZAK, Baruch Hashem, thank Rabbi Shalom that I was able to give him the proper chinuch. Like Rabbi mentioned, we always see how he learns, with Yossi learns with the sons, the way he trains his sons in every way, in the midas and in the cheretz and in the toiv. And this week's parsha we have Eila Masei b'nei Yisrael, the 42 Masos that Klal Yisrael went through in the time in the Midbar, and all the Svarim bring their Chaim Kodesh, that all these Masos are remozim to the Masos that Klal Yisrael goes through till Mashiach comes, and it's Mevorchim, those are the 42 Masos. It says Yichtav Moshe as Moitzeim al Maseim al Pi Hashem. Moshe Rabbeinu wrote down Moitzeim all the happenings that happened on their travels of Hashem, and then he says Ve'ela Maseim, and these are the travels, the Maseim for the happenings. So all the Mevorchim shows on the double lashon, the change of the lashon. But Pashup Shat is, we're going through the corona virus now. We're going through this, and the remez on this is Vayisu Mahar Shofar. They went away from Har Shofar v'yachnu b'charoda. You go away from Har Shofar, then you have charoda, you have scare, you have fear. Vayisu mecharoda v'yachnu mekahelos. If you make makahelos, you come together, and you have achdus together, and makahelos, like Baruch Hashem, Yossi's makahelos, you learn and teach people, is vayisu, you go away from the charoda. Vayisu mekahelos, chas v'sholom, you go away from makahelos, v'yachnu b'sochas. Then chas v'sholom, then it's yachnu b'sochas, you go down. That what the Pasuk is teaching us, that Yisuf, if you want to go away from Charoda, the Ikis Makhelos, come together, Makhelos, learn together, daven together, do Makhelos, like Baruch Hashem, that's what we do with this program, Makhelos, we makel everyone together, even if you can't do it personally, we makel together. Yossi is part of this ABC program together with Akiva, they yachnu Makhelos. But the Pasuk is saying, you would think that it just happened. They came someplace and there was no water. They came someplace, they did something. Emesis, everything is Rabban Shem, Hashem Tzadei Geber Kanonu. Everything Rabban Shem does. Rabban Shem made every step that a person does, everything that happens is Al Pi Hashem. Moshe Rabbeinu wrote down everything that happened all over, wherever they went. The Maseim Al Pi Hashem, because the Rebbeinu wanted that to happen. The Maseim, Eila Maseim, the Motzeim. The purpose of Maseim, everyone knows that the Chazim Leblin and Chaim Volozhner, when America declared independence in 1776, they said, "Das wird sein der letzte Stanzie von Torah." Remember, in Giftuch, always speak about that. That the Rebbeinu didn't just happen. We came to America and we learned. The Rebbeinu wanted we should learn in America. That's why we came to America. We came to Canada to learn. The purpose of everything we do in this world is Al Pi Hashem. Maseim Al Pi Hashem. And Matzeim, the Rebbeinu wanted Torah should be here. The Rebbeinu wanted, and look at the beautiful, beautiful Torah. Zeicha to Azeda, the Moshe Fish, who was from the first people who was close to Satmar Rebbe Zechariah Bracha. It was Zeicha to such a chashuv mishpacha. It was Zeicha to in Zayda, Yisrael Simon Zechariah Bracha, who did the Gehillah so much and with some godless children together, with his wives are saying gesund and stark. And then the same thing, Mrs. Simon, her family, families that after Mechomah was gadol new children, Baruch Hashem. And this is Eva Yichtav Moshe. I'm a Moshe. I'm writing as Masei. Look at what happened with the beautiful children. Masei, because everything they do is Al Pi Hashem. Everything Yossi does is Al Pi Hashem. We find in this week's Pirkei Avos, it says in Pirkei Avos that Shammai says, "Asay teros akeva," you should make your Torah a keva. Ve'moy ma'at v'asay harba, say a little and do a lot, and then have mekabel kol adam b'seiv upon him yafas. Be mekabel everyone with a happy face. So really, Shammai is going on the three things that the Mishnah said before. The Klal Yisrael, that the world stands on Torah, Avodah, Vilas Chasadim. Torah, as I say, Torah keva. You should make your Torah keva. The Torah should be a keva. You should make sure that you kevei a Torah. that the Torah shouldn't be just akav shvikeva. Amar ma'atva seharba is echad amar b'echad mamet v'mevat shechav liba shem shemaim. That's going on the void of tefillah. Main thing is, amar, even if you say a little, but do a lot. Do a lot. It means that your shemaim. And we mentioned Rosh Chodesh tomorrow, and you know in Rosh Chodesh mention everyone asks on Rosh Chodesh that why we say twice Chaim sheyesh b'hem Yerushalayim Yeruschait, Chaim sheyesh b'hem Ahavas Torah Yerushalayim. Why do we say double twice Yerushalayim? It said already Chaim sheyesh b'hem Yerushalayim Yeruschait. Why do we say again Yerushalayim? But the Medrash Shmuel brings a kasha. The Chanina Medoisa says. Kol shechamasay merubah, kol shechamasay kodemes leirosay. That it was the chachmas koydem and the chachmas not naskayim. Kol sheirosay kodemes lechachmasay. If the year comes before chachma, then it's chachmasay miskayemes. As always, the Chanim Medoisa. So he asks, Hillel says in next week's parak, ein bur yercheit. You can't have your shemaim without knowing Torah. So how could you say over here the year should be koydem lechachma without Torah? You can't have Yerushalayim. You can only have Yerushalayim. So he gives a beautiful teretz Medrash Shmuel. He says there's two types of Yerushalayim. There's one Yerushalayim that everything you do is because you fear the Rebbeinu Shalom. Everything you're doing, Seg Yerushalayim, that because you're Yerushalayim, you do Ma'asim Toivim. You don't do Averis. The Pula itself. So first it has to be Yerosei Kadem Zalchamasei. Before you learn, the year comes before the Torah. The year comes before the Torah. Tzaddikim used to always, when they used to get involved in learning, they used to ask the Talmidim, the man me'achleim for Rebbeinu Shalom, the man me for the yira. So that's the yira, not the pula of Yerushalayim, just the yira that you have in the machshava. So there, the Yerushalayim means when you go learn, you have to learn with Yerushalayim. That you shouldn't be learning like the Chazal. We know that that if you don't make a berachas Torah first, means you're not learning Torah. It's yira. You're not saying Baruch Hashem, Asher Bachabonu, Asher Kshonu, and you learn Torah without Yerushalayim, Ein Chachmas Meskeyemes. Then there's Churban Beis Hamikdash. If the also Kademis, you learn with Yira. Then there's a second thing. When you learn Torah, and Torah teaches you what to do, then you have Yerushalayim to make sure do everything Torah tells you. So first we ask Chaim Sheyesh Ben Yerushalayim Yeruschait. As a bunch, we have to have Yerushalayim even without Torah. That before Torah we should have Yerushalayim Yeruschait. Then we say that the Torah ain't bur yercheit. You can't really do Yerushalayim. I should have a Torah of Yerushalayim. You need both. So what Shammai says you should have over here is a moy ma'atva say harba. You should do a lot. Do the mekayim the mitzvahs. You mekayim the mitzvahs of Yerushalayim, and that's going on the Agudah of a Yid. And b'mkavel eskolod Masei b'panim yafais is going on the Kamilas Chasodim. These are the three pillars that the world stands on, and that's over here now. The three we have tomorrow's Shabbos, CHAZAK and Shimul, Tvar Hashem. The three Haftarahs of Dirish Shimul and Chazayin are connected. The three Torah avoiding was Chasodim is Divrei Yirmiyahu is going on Devarim on Torah, Divrei Torah. You have to work on Torah. Shimul is going on listen the Shmoya, Larina, Latwila of davening. And Chazayin is going and looking at other people to see what we can do for other people. See, Baruch Hashem, YANKY is Zoicha to a father who does all these three things. Teros Chakeva, the Kviyah he has in Torah. It's unbelievable how the Torah is part of him. The Shurim he gives full of Torah, and that's what he teaches his children, all the children. And then Amar Ma'at Vasei Harba, the Yerushalayim, and doing and the davening. Baruch Hashem is Zoicha every year that Yossi davens for us Erev Rosh Hashanah. The day when the last tefillah that we have, and Kabbalah, anytime you see Yossi with a smile, Kabbalah's kol be'yodim se'panim yafos. I remember his father. The last memory I have from his father was when he gave me, and then later the big smile, the smile that Yossi has. That smile I saw, and there's a smile by Baruch Hashem, and that's Baruch Hashem, his mother, Zayin Gesund, and the whole Mishpacha. And so Yanky should be Zoicha to have all these things that Terasa Keva should be Zoicha to, like you're waxing Tilna in Torah, and Amayim Atan Yerushalayim should be Zoicha to waxing Yerushalayim and Midas Toivus, and especially in Gemilas Chasodim, caring about other people, doing for other people. One should hope that this chodesh that we bench tomorrow, it's chazak, chazak, and it's chazak. 3 times chazak. We ask the Rebbeinu Shalom should be mechazik us, all of us, in this golos that we're in the personal golos that we have now, and the real golos, the golos of Shechinah, the golos that we're not in Eretz Yisrael, the golos that we don't have Beis Hamikdash. One should hope that we should be zoichet that this yontif, that Tishbav should come a yontif, and it has a din of a moed, it has a din yontif. And one should hope that we should be zoichet. I mean, we mention Chodesh tomorrow. So when we mention Chodesh here, there's some in Hagam, the Chodesh Sivan, there's some in Hagam that you do say that time of Rachman. Tomorrow you don't say of Rachman because of the Sfira we say of Rachman because Sfira is days when there was big people with Iftar Kiddush Hashem. So in Mela we say of Rachman. Tomorrow we don't say of Rachman because it's a Moed. Nachamov is a Yontiv. When you hope that it should become a real Moed, it only becomes a Moed if we feel the Avelis. We feel the Avelis of the Beis Hamikdash. We feel we're missing Beis Hamikdash. We feel you're missing. Then the Rebbeinu Shalom will help. Kol misabel aleh. Anyone who is misabel, Rebbeinu Shalom help Yanky together with your mishpacha to see that we should be always zoichet to be oile regel there to Yisrael. Mishpach sois be a become the midas toivus and your shemaim, and together with the whole kehillah, chazak chazak when it's chazak, should all become strong. Get out of this golus of the personal golus of Corona that we have now, and go out of the golus of the golus that we're in the golus of Eretz Yisrael, and be zocheh to see the binyan Beis Hamikdash b'meher b'yameinu. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Thank you so much, Rabbi Lowy.
Thank you, Rabbi Lowy. Thank you, Yossi Simon. Mazel tov again to the Bar Mitzvah boy. I'd like to thank the sponsors again, the Simon family, the Samsonovich family, and Mrs. Tzipora Edery, who confirmed for me that the yard site of her brother is in fact Zion Adar. I want to thank again the Rav. We have to thank Moshe Stern, Moshe Bergman, and Shlomi Goldreich for continuing to exercise his lungs. When we get back to shul, we expect him to hit it in mid-season form.
Yes, you're correct to Rabbi Bergman, not Moshe Bergman.
Oh, okay. Him too.
Thank you so much, Shlomi. Thank you so much.
Yes, you're correct, Rob.
Thank you, Shlomi. I just wanted to mention for next week, the Rav on Tuesday night, Erev Rosh Chodesh, is going to review the halachas of the 9 days. So join us at Tuesday at 7:50 for a special Rosh Chodesh edition of Loop Radio. We're going to have a guest live from London, Rabbi Yossi Quadrat, who's an expert in Jewish history, to discuss the 9 days and different events that have happened over history to the Yidden during this time. So join us Tuesday at 7:50. Again, the Rav will go over halachas of the 9 days then. Until then, everybody have a good Shabbos.
Shabbos,
everybody. Mazel tov.
Mazel tov again.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Lowy. And thank you, Mr. Bergman.
Thank you, Yossi. Thank you. Das du Masach Naches. Thank you. Thank you, Yossi. Thank you. Good Shabbos.
Mazel tov.
Thank you.
Mazel tov, Yanky.
Blimi.
Mazel tov.
Shabbos Blimi.